Yeah, good afternoon. I'm Zachary Antoine, head coach at Texas State University, and to my right is Janiyah Henson, graduate senior for us. And to my left, uh, we have Julia Coleman, who's a freshman for us this season. That was a really tough battle. I think it was a tale of obviously two halves. We end up on the short end of the stick, and it's just really hard when it's the last game of the year, especially when your goals, right, when you start out, really are being able to fight for a championship and an opportunity. But one of the things that I taught, actually, the main point I had for the team was I absolutely love the fight and fire. Just I want to the major adjustment that we made to put ourselves in that position and to come down to that one possession. So that is something that's really important as we move forward, being able to understand what that feels like, not just the loss, but also just that fight. And that's something that we've seen consistency in now for the past couple of games, and I really appreciate that about this group.
Coach Justin Fox, just talk about the part of the team that I know we got it back. What was that thanks way? The time there, you got a chance to, be in and down to end it. But one just how do you team to get it out fast?
You know what? We saw truly a Bobcat spirit, that Bobcat fight. It's something that we've been looking for, and we found in our last game at home when we played Monroe, and that was our ability to be able to fight through adversity. And they came out at half. Our program came out at half, and used that same want to, understanding, and know how when you saw, that surge as after I call that early timeout. And that to me is to be commended. And that really starts from your older student athletes, right? Understanding, bringing and drawing the group together. And I thought that was great because then we all locked in together and really understood. And, as fouls happen and we had to do different substitutions, the next woman up mentality, uh, the team mentality was something that I'm really proud of as a coach.
What what was the game plan to find how you're trying the team found play? What were you trying to do at the end of the tournament?
Get a great shot off to tie the game. It wasn't really to get a three. At that moment, it really was just to get a great shot off. We had time, right? 3 seconds is actually a lot of time, and you don't have to jack up a shot. It's not enough time where you're going to be able to get to quick ball reversal truly, or a screen. And so, that opportunity to get that look for whoever was open. It wasn't necessarily for Janiyah because I know how hard they guard her, but it was to just get an opportunity to just a good look.
Both players and just talk about where that you fouled back. What was that like? Fouling back, getting back in the game and had a chance to win in that game.
Kind of just piggybacking off what Coach Z said, we fought through a lot of adversity throughout this game, and we wanted the opportunities to win. And we came together as a team. We followed the game plan for the most part, and we came back. We just fell short at the end, but we fought hard as a team. That's what we all asked for.
Yeah, I would go Shania. There's a point where we were down quite a bit, and we fought back and we didn't stop fighting. We wanted it, but we just pushed. So.
Yeah, Coach, got a question here from Zoom for you. What did it really tell you about your team? Down by 11, Georgia Southern makes that basket earlier in the fourth. Down by 13, a lot of teams, they might just hang it up, but your team battled. Until the final second.
It's been a marker of this particular program, and these women here next to me and their teammates, that we never quit. And I feel good about that because I've heard that from multiple coaches that watch our games, from fans for sure. They say, you know what, your games are so close. We've lost so many games by just a single possession or two possessions a season. And the one thing you never see is a mentality about just want to lay down and forget about it, right? Just quit. It says a lot to the leadership in our program. It says a lot to Janiyah and Garrett, who are four-year student athletes that came in as graduate student athletes, just wanting more, as well as their teammates that rally around them. The spirit that Julia has and that what she brings, the energy she brings, that we're not going to stop. It might slow us down, but we're not going to stop. And this team is very special that way. Makes them very unique versus teams I've had in the past. This team for sure was never gonna lay down and be done. There was always a way that they could figure out, like, we can fight back, we can get it close. It's just unfortunate that, you know, it so happened that we ended up on the other side of the column and few of our games this year.
Coach, I know there's only gonna be done.
Correct.
No matter where you end up in the area, you lose, and it's always about. What did you tell you?
Sound like we're in the locker room.
Yeah.
That's the truth, though, right? That's what my coaches told me back in the olden days, and that's the truth. There's eventually only gonna be one winner. And so really what you need to do is reflect on all the positive. I said, you know, for all kids, the student athletes that are gonna be returning, we'll go through the X's and O's of what we need to do better in the future. But right now, we need to focus on positive. These are the great things that we did within the season. These are the great things that Gara and Janiyah brought to our program. These are the wonderful things that you did that we need to continuously build on. It's really important that, as sad as we are and upset that it's over, you really have to understand, right, your full body of work, where you're leaving the program and what it is we need to do to build on it. But we're building on all the positives, right, in this moment right now. That's what we have to think about. That fighting spirit, right? Our great, you know, our defense, you know, we're ranked in the top tier in points given up per game in our conference. Those are really positive things. That comes from effort. And I think that's what we need to understand that we did within this particular season. So as we move forward, we're going to have some positives to build on, right? In addition to being able to make some corrections as we battle again. I mean, that's the plan is always to battle for a championship with Texas State, and we'll get to that. We'll get to that piece in the process.